Hello, my name is Naomi Roeder, and on behalf of GEM, I would like to introduce our Inspirational Hours. Now, before we begin, let's rewind to the year 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic shifted our understanding of the world as we knew it. Isolation forced us to rethink our way of life, and to say the least, we went through a learning curve. One early adaptation to this global challenge was turning to remote work. According to the Pew Research Center, in October of 2020, 71% of employees chose to work remotely if their work responsibilities could be done from home. Zoom and other online spaces made this possible, taking the place of in-person offices. Now that the world is resuming its activity, about 35% of employees are still working remotely, and about 41% of people who can work remotely are doing so in a hybrid format, spending time both in the office and at home. Now, for reference, just prior to 2020, only 7% of employees worked remotely. With the world going through this big transition, GEM CEO Eric Horowitz asked himself, what is happening to company culture and community? If people were now turning to their home office and enjoying a remote or hybrid lifestyle, what did that mean for growth amongst organizational teams? Now, before 2020, before the pandemic, Koji understood in-person work communities and the importance of socialization. Initially, he had served as a global human resource consultant and executive leader at PwC, but since entering the world of coaching, he has worked in partnership with businesses such as Google and the New York City Housing Authority. With 18 years of experience, I would say he knows a thing or two. That's why, in response to the question of company culture and community, he has decided to share what he has learned by creating GEM's Inspirational Hours. This leads us to another question. Why is it important to be inspired? According to the Harvard Business Review, employees first should have their basic needs met in order to be satisfied. This includes a safe work environment and resources to do their job well. When employees are engaged, they feel part of the team and want to make an impact in the company. But it's only when people are inspired, when the company's mission aligns with their own goals, that the desire to make real change turns words into actions. In one study, over 300 senior executives from around the world were surveyed on their impression of employee output. We can see that, according to these impressions, inspired employees were more than twice as productive as employees who were only just satisfied. Though the Harvard Business Review focused on the workplace, we can assume that the same idea works outside the office. If we look at Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, we see a similar trend of basic necessities at the bottom and a new level of self-actualization at the top, where inspiration can drive the desire to be the most that one can be. With a need for inspiration, GEM sessions support employees in a fast-changing world, wanting the best for individuals and for the company. To do this, we work with businesses to prepare meaningful hours related to what's going on in the world, or general sessions on growth and change. From New Year, Same You, preparing for an epic year, to When It Rains, how to recover from mistakes and disasters, we work closely with your company to deliver relevant and thoughtful discussions. GEM's ever-growing group of specialized coaches teach our Inspirational Hours either virtually or in person, and sessions are scheduled at a time that works best for you and your team. For further information on how this program works, please contact us at info@gem.coach to schedule an exploratory meeting with CEO Eric Horowitz. It doesn't take much to be inspired, but as you have learned in this video, inspiration goes a long way. In essence, all you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. By taking an hour each month to offer a bit of inspiration, we hope to move your community forward with a reimagined way of working and a reinvigorated way of experiencing life.